Most people live as though the world owes them more time. They wake up believing that opportunity will wait for them. They move slowly, cautiously, as if success will pause, politely, until they feel ready. But the truth is brutal, and the truth is this: success does not wait. Success is moving right now. It is moving past your hesitation, past your excuses, past your fears. And if you are standing still, if you are waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or someone's permission to begin, then success is already gone. It belongs to the one who moved while you hesitated. It belongs to the one who acted when you doubted. It belongs to the one who dared when you delayed. Napoleon Hill said it best: life will not wait. Opportunity is fleeting, it is alive, it is fast, and it bows only to those who decide quickly, those who act with faith, those who burn their boats and commit fully. In Think and Grow Rich, Hill revealed what he learned after studying the greatest minds of his era: Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Rockefeller, and so many more. He discovered a single truth that separated the powerful from the powerless, the successful from the forgotten. Successful people are decisive. They move quickly. They act on their ideas. They step forward when everyone else is frozen. They do not wait for the stars to align. They do not wait for permission. They do not wait for guarantees. They move, and then they make it work. The masses drift through life like leaves in the wind. They float whichever way circumstances carry them. They wait for chances, for signs, for luck, for permission. But Napoleon Hill called them drifters. They never plant their feet. They never commit. They never decide. And because they drift, life decides for them. Drifters become servants to the bold. They work for the decisive. They end up living by someone else's purpose because they never had the courage to claim their own. Hill warned us: indecision is the thief of opportunity. Waiting is the silent killer of dreams. Every time you hesitate, every time you tell yourself, tomorrow I'll begin, you are handing your destiny to someone else. You are stepping aside and letting success pass you by. Think of how many dreams have died, not because the dreamer lacked talent, not because they lacked potential, but because they simply waited too long. Success will never wait for hesitation. It rewards the bold. It crowns the committed. It serves the ones who step forward while the crowd stands still. And here is the truth you must face: you don't need permission to pursue your dream. You don't need approval to claim your destiny. You don't need someone else to tell you that you're ready. The only permission you need is the one you give yourself when you finally decide that enough is enough. When you decide that you will no longer wait. When you decide that this is your time and no force on earth will hold you back. That is definiteness of purpose, the core of Napoleon Hill's philosophy. To choose once and for all who you are, what you want, and where you are going, and to burn every bridge that would allow you to retreat. Picture success as a moving train. It is not waiting at the station for you to stroll aboard at your convenience. The engine is roaring, the wheels are grinding, the smoke is rising, and the train is leaving now. Every second you hesitate, it moves further and further away. And yet, most people are standing on the platform with their hands in their pockets, waiting for another train, a slower train, a train that will never come. But those who succeed, they sprint, they leap, they throw themselves aboard, even if they stumble, even if they scrape their knees, even if they don't feel ready. They jump because they know there may never be another chance. Napoleon Hill told us that successful people reach decisions promptly. And if they change those decisions, they change them slowly, cautiously, with thought. But unsuccessful people, they take forever to decide. They hesitate, they deliberate, they overthink. And when they finally make a decision, they change it at the first sign of difficulty. That is why they remain where they are. That is why their lives never shift. Because success doesn't wait for those who take their time. You have to understand this. There will never be a perfect moment. There will never be a time when you feel fully ready. There will never be a time when all the lights turn green. If you are waiting for that, you will wait forever. Success requires faith. The kind of faith that acts without guarantees. The kind of faith that leaps without knowing where it will land. The kind of faith that moves because standing still is not an option. Think about your own life. How many times have you felt the urge to act, to start that business, to write that book, to reach out to that person, to make that bold move, and then you hesitated? How many times did you talk yourself out of it? How many times did you let fear win? And now, months later, years later, you look back and realize the chance is gone. Someone else took it. Someone else claimed the victory that could have been yours. That is the price of hesitation. That is the cost of waiting. Napoleon Hill's secret is simple, but it is not easy. Decide and act. He said that definiteness of purpose is the starting point of all achievement. Without it, you drift. With it, you become unstoppable. But definiteness of purpose is not just knowing what you want. It is declaring it with such clarity, such conviction, that every action you take, every thought you think, every ounce of energy you expend moves you toward it. It is the refusal to compromise, the refusal to back down, the refusal to delay. Look at history's greatest achievers. Did Henry Ford wait until everyone believed in his vision of the automobile? Number. He moved while others laughed. Did Thomas Edison wait for approval before experimenting thousands of times to create the light bulb? Number. He failed publicly. He failed repeatedly, but he moved forward every single time. Did Andrew Carnegie wait until the world welcomed his vision of steel domination? Number. He acted boldly, decisively, relentlessly, until the world had no choice but to follow. Napoleon Hill studied these men, he lived among them, and he saw the same principle again and again. Success belongs to the ones who do not wait. And now here you are, listening, feeling that tug in your chest, feeling that urgency in your soul. Something inside you knows that you've been waiting too long. You've been hesitating. You've been drifting. But the truth is right in front of you. Success is not going to wait for you. The only question is, will you move, or will you watch someone else take what was meant for you? Imagine your future self 10 years from now. They're looking back at today. They're asking you one question. Why didn't you act? Why didn't you leap when the chance was there? Why did you let fear chain you down while opportunity was flying by? And you will have no answer, because deep down, you knew. Deep down, you always knew. You just waited too long. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can change everything right now. You can decide right now that you will no longer wait, that you will no longer hesitate, that you will no longer drift. You can decide that this is the moment you begin. And once you decide, you must act, because a decision without action is just another form of delay. Napoleon Hill said that when your desire becomes a burning obsession, backed by faith and acted upon with persistence, success has no choice but to yield. The universe bends to the will of the decisive. Life rearranges itself for the one who refuses to wait. Doors open, paths appear, resources flow, and people come into your life who you never imagined you'd meet. But none of it happens if you hesitate. None of it happens if you wait for the perfect time. None of it happens if you think success will come knocking on your door. Success doesn't knock. Success doesn't wait. Success moves. And the only way to claim it is to move with it. So hear this and hear it well. Your time is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Now, because tomorrow is an illusion. Next week is a fantasy. Readiness is a lie. The only thing that is real is this moment, this decision, this action. And if you let this moment pass, it will never return. The graveyard is filled with people who waited, people who planned but never acted, people who dreamed but never moved, people who thought they had more time. Do not join them. Do not let your life become a story of hesitation. Do not let success pass you by because you thought it would wait. Move, act, leap, decide. Napoleon Hill gave you the secret. Success does not wait. Neither should you.